Hello everybody. I am now in Bollywood, not India, but Singapore, Bollywood Farm. And Bollywood Farm used to be called Bollywood Veggie, but now they have changed to Bollywood Farm. And what they do inside there, not filmmaking or vegetable, which I will show you later. Okay, Bollywood Farm is a very beautiful place. It's a beautiful garden, and if you visit this place, you can actually explore it yourself. Let me just show you around the garden now. Okay, lots of plants here, which is very good and very educational. If you got children, you can actually show them papayas. Then we have this citronina down here. Kedong-dong, see, kedong-dong. It's a fruit which is very local and very tasty. When you bite into it, the first thing is it's very sour, but after the sourness comes the sweetness. So it's very refreshing, especially when you're sleepy, or you just bite into it and you'll be alert, and it's good to last pretty long. This is actually used for edible dye, especially those Nyonya Kueh, the otak kueh, the blue color, the rice is so-called in blue color, and it is being dyed with this flower here. So it's edible and it's very natural. So then we have this plant here is very dear to me. This is actually peanut plant. Why is very dear to me? Because when I was a kid, my first plant I planted, not the bean, not the aloe vera, or not the pandan leaf, but peanuts. So this is a peanut plant which I can recognize afar. I know that this is a peanut plant, and then of course it's been covered with other plants as well, but I know my plants now. Okay, right. This tree here is also my favorite. It's because it's the hard jambu. It's not the normal soft green or pink color jambu. And what's so special about this tree that I like is that the branch of this tree is very good material to build the best catapult that you can have it. Because why? The branch is so durable that when you stretch the rubber, it can give you a very good stretch, and then when you deliver the stone out, it gives you the best force that you can hit any birds or any object. This is something special. This is a male papaya tree. Why I call it a male papaya tree? Because it only bears flower. And what's so special if you don't bear fruits? But during, like for example, malaria, chikungunya, mosquito disease, you actually pluck this flower off and you go and boil water, you drink, you give you relief. And likewise also papaya leaf also can give you this relief. This is blossom plant, and blossom plant is in all the science textbook for primary school. The reason why is because it's a very good example of the seed dispersal by explosion. And this is the pulp, you see. So when it's ripe ready, it will explode. Of course, see, explode. So it disperses the seed away. So this is a very good primary school science topic. And for us, we are not interested in this. We are more interested in the leaves. Because why? This leaf, if you have finger pulse, you just crumple the leaf and you actually plaster the leaf at the pulse there. It will help to relieve the pulse. So this is very good for finger pulse. This is starfruit tree. Unfortunately, there isn't any starfruit here, but trust me, this is a starfruit tree. So now I'm under a nice shady tree here, and basically what tree is this? This is a longan tree. This is the longan fruit. Okay, see, it's taking shape now, and then you just let it wait for another month. You grow up to about this size, and it's ready to be harvested. And I tell you, the flesh and the sweetness is comparable to our neighbor's country. Okay. Every time I come to Bollywood here, I would love to show off these fruits to all the public. What is this tiny little fruit here? This is actually the coffee fruit, and it's not yet coffee yet. The reason why is because from this fruit, you must wait until it's totally red, ripe ready. Then after that already, you can harvest it. You pluck off all the red fruits already. Then you actually take off the flesh, which is not very nice to eat, so don't try eating it. Then it's inside which you are looking for. Okay, so basically this is what you're looking for inside this nut here. Okay, this is where you get your coffee seeds. Okay, and this is then being dry and roasted, and then deshell, and then deshell already, that is your coffee bean. Then after that, the coffee bean ready is again dry and roasted. Then later on, then you can either blend it directly and then have your coffee, and that's where we get our coffee from. Okay, no, not from the supermarket or from your coffee shop, but it's actually from this tree. This is the cocoa tree plant, and cocoa tree will give you the cocoa seed, which is from the pot here. This is the cocoa fruits. We call it the cocoa pods here, and inside the cocoa pods again is the seeds are inside there, and that's where we get our cocoa from. And of course, cocoa after it's roasted, dry and roasted, then we pound it to powder, and that is where you get your cocoa powder. This is my good friend Lynn, and she's also the chef or
General warrior.
Oh, the general warrior. Every staff here has its
Yes.
own call sign here, huh?
Yep.
All right. So Lynn, please take it away.
My name
Introduce.
is Lynn. I'm the general warrior, and as William mentioned, I'm also a cordon bleu trained chef. So this area here is known as the Bollywood Banja. Banja is a Nepali word for kitchen, and everything that is grown here is what I use for farm to fork private dining. So you have things like all the local herbs like laksa leaf, sawtooth coriander, ganjor, turmeric leaf. All these things are all my basic herbs that I use inside nasi ulam, which is one of my signature dishes. Alright, let me show you my private dining area. This is the kitchen where I do all my private dining, as well as culinary classes for no flame and with flame cooking. So over here is my station, and what I can do is I seat 8 people around this station. I'll use whatever ingredients I can find in the farm. Whatever I cannot find in the farm, I'll look at my neighbors. If my neighbors don't have it, then our theory is to use only ingredients within a 4-hour flight around Singapore. So for private dining, it's omakase style. So you tell me what you don't eat, and then I will come up with the dishes. Either that, or I will have like fixed menus, like things like curries in a hurry, tok panjang, things using our very local Southeast Asian style herbs. Yep. And other than that, for like culinary events, I have 2 types of events: a no flame cooking and a with flame cooking. So no flame, I can take up to 200 persons. So they'll rotate 2 different stations. I'll set up like different stations, and then obviously with flame cooking, I can take up to about 12. And over here, this is what we call a food museum. Along the wall, you'll see a depiction of the evolution of food. But aside from it being a food museum, we are also able to cater up to about 120 seated if we are doing a seminar. If not, for comfortably about 100 packs for a buffet style lunch, yeah, or even a plated lunch.
Wow, this is lunchtime. So Lynn, can you tell me more about what we're having?
Okay, so over at Bistro for our daily special, I'll take inspiration from different cuisines, but I'll incorporate ingredients as much as I can that I can find around here. So like here, all these items here is either from our farm or from our neighbors again. And then just to make something different, it's a take on a Japanese dish like the hot soba with some prawn fritters, moringa fritters, mushroom fritters from Kim Yen, sweet potatoes. Yep, and that's it.
Looks nice. Yum. If you have been following my Facebook, after half an hour, I normally pan like crazy. Yes, it's already half an hour and I'm very tired, but here in Bollywood, they are very considerate. They even give you chairs and shade for you to sit down and to relax, you know. So that's why Bollywood is always very popular to everybody. So if you feel like, you know, to explore the countryside, please make Bollywood a must to come.